problem. And I want you to think about this, and as always, give me a thumb when you think you have an answer. My name is Lynn Simpson, and I'm a 4th grade teacher at Lake Ridge Elementary in the Renton School District. Say it in your hand. Let it go.
100!
Who would like to tell me about how they knew it was 100? Nation?
Because I know that you can use multiplication to help you, and that I know that 3 times 100 equals 300.
Today we're going to give the kids a division problem, and we call it a number string. And the purpose of this number string is to have them use what they know about place value to divide a larger number. We're going to divide 300 by 3, then we're going to divide 120 by 3, and use what we know about those place values and how those go together to then divide 420 by 3. I think some of you probably already know what I'm going to do next, but let's find out.
Divided by 3 equals... Oh.
Turn and talk in just a second about what you think it is and why you think it is that way, okay? Ready? Go.
I think that...
What I'm looking for is if they can articulate where those two parts are in the whole of the larger problem and why it is that we can do that in 2 separate chunks. Can you explain why you think it's 140?
You basically have to add the first 2 numbers, and then you could just add the first 2 answers.
So because I added these 2 dividends, I could add the answers right here to get that? Okay. Common Core practice standards ask us to have the kids think about what they're saying, to understand what someone else is saying, to encourage discourse between the kids. The confidence that comes from that, I think, is what's really behind the practice standards. The confidence and the ability to think, not just to get the right answer, but to get a myriad of answers that all make sense, that are all right.
We do the problem, then we add the answers.
They do try to explain it in different ways, because if their first way didn't work, they've got to think of a different way to explain it. So they become teachers to each other.
Because 300 divided by 3 equals 100, and 120 divided by 3 equals 40, and we just add the answers.
So I'm teaching them how to think. I'm teaching them how to explain their way of seeing this problem. And if they can all understand what they're all saying and realize that you can model this in fractions, you can model it with an array, or you can do computation, and you all end up with the same understanding, that's like 3 times as good as having just the right answer. True or false? The kids love true false because they've gotten to the point where they like to have debate. Now remember, if you think it's true or if you think it's false, you want to have a really good reason. Okay? There are times when paper and pencil come out, where drawings get made, examples get made, they model, they'll pull out manipulatives, they'll say, look, if we do this. So what they're trying to do is help the other person understand their way of seeing it, and then the person they're talking to, if they're not convinced, will do the same thing back. 80 divided by 4 is the same as 80 divided by 2 and 80 divided by 2. I want you to think carefully. Remember, you need to have a reason that you think the way you do. Go ahead.
I think it's false. No, true.
It's very evident that the rigor of learning for the kids has increased. And it has also increased the rigor of teaching. But they are responding to that, and they're being successful with that. And then the benefit of that for them is that they feel like they can do anything. Show me a thumb if you think it is true. Show me a thumb if you think it is false. So we have some people that think both ways. So let's take some people who want to support false. Go ahead, Vivian.
I think it's false because if you do 80 divided by 2, then you already split it all. You can't do it again because you can't change the divisor. You can only change the dividend.
So what do you think, Jason, about what she said?
I think she might be right, so I'm starting to think it's false.
So you're starting to wonder. Okay. The increased rigor of the Common Core and of what we're expecting them to do as a matter of practice, they're more than happy to explain what they think to anybody who asks. And that sort of confidence, along with the content knowledge that they're learning, is preparing them for middle school and high school in a way that we have never seen before. Did you revise your thinking? Did we help you revise your thinking? Right. It makes me want to come to work when the kids are that encouraged and that excited about learning. They realized finally how hungry they are to know more, and that they can make sense of it is the most empowering thing in the world. Clap once if you can hear my voice. Clap two tonight. Give me a hoorah.
Hoorah!
Good.